Hi guys, myself Suman Kumar Naik, and today we are going to discuss about circular motion part 8, that is application of centripetal force. One is the conical pendulum and another is death wheel. Okay, let's talk some about conical pendulum. What is conical pendulum? Why the name is so called? Conical pendulum. So pendulum, you are well known about pendulum. Pendulum means what? If we have a string, not it is a string, it is a pen. So let's consider it in the view from point mass. Okay. So suppose this is our string. So this is our bow. This is suppose our bow. Okay. This is our string and this is our bow. Suppose I am moving this string in a swinging mode, to and fro motion, to and fro motion, to and fro motion. This is a simple pendulum like this. Suppose this is a string held from any wire. So this is our simple string, and suppose a bob of mass M is held one end of the string and another end is fixed to a somewhere, some wall or some stick. Okay, anything. Okay. So this is just simple pendulum. If we move to and fro motion like this, if it moves in to and fro motion and continuously moving in its equilibrium position, here it goes to here and then come to its equilibrium position, then goes here, then goes here and reaches its equilibrium position, then reaches here. So this is a simple pendulum. Okay, why the conical pendulum is so named? So conical means a cone shape. Cone shaped pendulum. Cone shaped pendulum. A simple pendulum can be transformed into cone shaped pendulum or conical pendulum. It's like that. So this is, I am swinging in like this to and fro motion. If I move like this, so this is my vortex is constant. I fix this vortex and I move only this like this. Okay, like this. So the path it moving, the path it crossing would be like it. See. So this is our bob of mass M and this is our string and it is a simple pendulum. So if I move like this in a circular path, so if I move it like in circular path, so if I joint this point to this point and this point to this point, this should be our cone shaped. So this our simple pendulum which is transformed to conical pendulum. Okay. So what is the, okay, if in exam it is asked that in a conical pendulum it is given. Suppose the data given is in a conical pendulum, not I am considering simple pendulum. Suppose our conical pendulum is here and it moves to here and then it moves to here and then it moves to here. So in this way it covers circular path like this. Okay, circular path. Okay. So in exam the data given is the length of this conical pendulum is L. The length of this conical pendulum is L and the bob of mass M. So bob has a mass M and it is making angle theta with respect to this line. Okay. These two variables we have known. The data we have known that only length of the pendulum, length of the string, and the mass of the bob M and the angle making theta. So question would be asked: calculate the time period of conical pendulum. Conical pendulum. I am not writing the conical pendulum. You can also understand the conical pendulum. Okay. So So this this is a application of centripetal force. Okay, let's draw it in a big view for which we can better understand. Okay, this is our conical pendulum and it is moving in anti-clockwise direction, and here is mass m and here is mass m. So it is like this, it is moving. Okay, so we have to first know what type of forces are acting on this conical pendulum. This is our length here and this is our vertical length. So this angle is theta. So this is our vertical length. Before going to conical pendulum problem, we have to know first these simple pendulum cases. So in simple pendulum, the time period we know that t is equal to time period. Okay, t is equal to time period 2 pi root over of L upon G. So the L is the vertical length, means this length, vertical length. Okay, so this length is the vertical length. Okay, so you can easily calculate that this is L and the component along this direction is L cos theta. Okay, so the answer for time period calculating for conical pendulum would be time period for conical pendulum TC. I am writing it TC 2 pi root over of L cos theta upon G. So we are unknown about this formula. So assuming this formula, we write this formula. L, we take this L and the component along this direction is L cos theta. But we are unknown about this formula because as we are considering the simple pendulum, we calculate this formula. But where the formula it comes from, where? So we have to start from basics, for which we can understand how the formula coming and we can calculate. Okay. So first we have to overview that what type of forces acting on this conical pendulum. Due to this bob of mass m, the simple gravitational force is acting mg. Okay, so if this mg is acting, so this is a tension, this is a string. So string have also tensile force acting outward, acting away from the mass. Mass it is moving. Okay, the direction of tangent it will be like this t. So for which it will have a horizontal component and it will have a vertical component. So the vertical component TV, I am not writing TV. Okay, so this is angle theta and this is also theta because two angles are alternate angles. Okay, so this is angle T, so this is angle theta and this is T. The component along this vertical direction is T cos theta and the component along this horizontal direction is T sin theta. See that the forces acting on this bob is mass M is mg acting downward and the force acting upward is T cos theta. So as we look at this bob is not going downward and not going upward, for which this balance and this force balance each other. Okay, rightly see that this bob is not going downward or not going upward, so it is simply moving a circular path, moving under a circular path. Okay, so this force and this force balance each other. Okay, so we can write mg equal to T cos theta or T cos theta equal to mg. You can write as well as. Okay, so as we know from centripetal force that the net force acting towards the center is the centripetal force. So here is no force, not x. This is wrong. So here is no force. Okay, so the only force acting towards the center is T sin theta. Okay, so T sin theta is our net centripetal force, which can be written as Fc. T sin theta equal to Fc, which can be written m omega square r. Omega is our angular velocity, r is the radius. This is radius r. Okay, radius of the circular path. Okay, m is the mass of the ball, t is the tension of the string. Okay, so dividing t sin theta upon t cos theta. What would be like this? So t sin theta equal to m omega square r by t cos theta by mg. Okay. So m cancelled, t cancelled, and sin theta upon cos theta, that is tan theta. Tan theta equal to omega square r upon g. So we have only known the value of length L, length of the string. Okay. So we have only known L, but we are unknown about the radius of the circular path. Okay. So we have to convert this radius into this length. Okay. So let's take its component. Suppose this is the length and this angle is theta. So the component along this direction is L cos theta and the component along this direction is L sin theta. So we can write that. So we are not considering this L cos theta because it is our not convenient. So we are considering this L sin theta, for which it would help to calculate the value of radius. So we can write radius r equal to L sin theta. Okay. So writing this value instead of radius. So I am erasing like this. You have also understand what is the conical pendulum and what is the mechanism behind it. Okay. So let's erase it, and so tan theta equal to omega square by g into L sin theta. Okay. So tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta equal to omega square by g L sin theta. So sin theta cancels. So we have to calculate time period. So we are taking one side omega square and another side other variables into one side. Okay. So here will be omega square equal to g by L sin L cos theta. G here, g comes here and L comes here. Okay. Then omega square, as we have known the relation between angular velocity and time period, or angular frequency and time period. Omega is 2 pi upon t. So angular velocity omega, and the relation between angular velocity and time period, as we have known that omega is equal to 2 pi upon t. Okay. So putting this value in here, to omega square equal to 4 pi square by t square. So it implies that omega square equal to 4 pi square by t square equal to g by L cos theta. So taking root over in both sides. So this is 2 pi by t and this is g by L cos theta. So taking t into this side and this g by L cos theta root over into this side. Okay. So here 2 pi, it would be L cos theta upon g root over equal to t. So erasing this implies that t is equal to, so we got that t is equal to 2 pi root over L cos theta by g. So this is our required expression for time period. Okay, you have also well known, as you have done before, considering or assuming the time period of simple pendulum is 2 pi root over L by g. So we calculate the component along the horizontal direction. Sorry, component along the vertical direction. This is the vertical length we are considering that. So this is our L cos theta. So our time period is 2 pi root over L cos theta upon g. So you have to know the basics, where the formula comes from, because you are not able to always express in the exam the formula. You have not always remember the formula. So if you know the basics, you can put the formula or calculate the expression for the formula. So this is the basics for the calculation of time period for conical pendulum. So in the next class we should discuss about the death wave. This is another example of centripetal. This is the another example, not this is the another application in centripetal force. Okay, so for that, thank you for watching. See you, goodbye.